What is your secret for keeping a relationship alive? Remember that question? Yes, I was asking it to invite you to my new speaking club, and we've already had a speaking club and we already discussed everything that makes a relationship great. Well, in this video, I would like to talk about things that my guests were sharing with each other, and the main subject of our conversation was actually respect. What is respect? How people see respect, how they see the components of respect, and well, is it the same for everybody, or maybe different people see respect differently? So I would like to talk about this and share really valuable comments that our speakers made. So a little bit about Speaking Club. My name is Natalie Koval and I'm an international matchmaker. I help Ukrainian women meet foreign men. Now, these Ukrainian women are all over the world. They are not traveling at their own will. You know what is happening in Ukraine, but we continue working, and I continue matching people, and I continue supporting people and giving them great hope and supporting them in their pursuit of happiness. Now I am not far from my office. This is Basseina Street and Bessarabka area, and you can see that Kyiv doesn't look too much different than it was before the war. We are fortunate to have great weather today, and I'm happy to share with you the outcomes of my speaking club. So what is the speaking club about? This is a special event that is happening twice a month, every other Friday, when I invite guests, women that are clients and men that are guests that are watching my channel and watching this video, because you can see the link to join my speaking club in the description to this video. And we are talking about different relationship related subjects. Women are improving their English, men are communicating to women. After the speaking club, some men and women are inviting each other for individual video dates, and we make this world a better place like this. And at the same time, we learn from each other, we share values, we share goals, and this is giving us a great support in the pursuit of happiness. So, respect. What was it for the speakers that were able to join? Well, first of all, it was a thought that different people see respect in different way, and it all depends and all bases on our values and goals. And basing on that, some speakers have shared that very interesting matters that we were really touched. Submission, we really touched devotion. So let's talk about this. Well, the main thing, what can I do to make you happy? All of the speakers shared that respect is willingness to make another person happy at your own cost. Let's say at the cost of your time, of your inner efforts, at the cost of your knowledge, of your abilities to please another person. And respect was described as finding these things that make another person happy and doing it for that person. Well, not only that, let's talk more about this, because it was discussed like first of all, you need to study each other and understand what can make that man or that woman happy, and you need to dedicate a certain good amount of time. Well, certainly you're not going to dedicate that time if you absolutely see no value in that person. So respect is seeing value in your partner, is seeing value in your common communication and common relationship, and moving forward in your love story. Now, the subject of respect was also viewed as serving each other. And it was creating a lot of arguments. And we had a very, very active discussion on what is devotion and how can you please another person, and how can you serve another person without hurting your feelings, without hurting your ego, and without depriving yourself from something that you believe you deserve. So now I guess you wish you were not at my speaking club, because you could have expressed your mind about respect and devotion and submission. So, well, serving was described as putting another person's interest above your own. Well, if you can do that, definitely you will stay in long-term relationship, is what one of the guests said. Because now comes the difference between devotion and submission. Now, devotion is willingness, togetherness, and willingness to please each other without hurting yourself, without hurting your feelings, without feeling deprived that you are doing it just for the sake of putting another person as the boss, or as you are doing it as, like abiding to another person. Devotion is based on love. Devotion is based on true, genuine willingness to help and support. Where submission is accepting another person as an absolute leader and following that leadership no matter what, at your own expense, at the expense of your time and efforts and energy and whatnot. I'm using these terms, expense or power, and I guess if you're watching this video, you understand what I mean. I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about everything altogether as a complex subject. So, respect was viewed as also privacy, respecting privacy and understanding privacy and borders, but willingness to have another person within that borders that are quite open when you want to open this. It's attention and it's listening without interrupting, and actually paying attention and actually actively listening and trying to understand the point of another person. And one of the guests said, do you want to be right or you want to be happy? He was describing an example of his parents that have been married for 50 years, and the father was always saying that he agrees with the mother because he wants to be happy. Even if he is right and unhappy, it makes no sense. Doesn't make him happy. Yeah. Now, it's also dedicating time to each other. It's also giving each other quality time and putting interests and time that is dedicated to your relationship as an important place, as an important order. And respect is also ability to disagree. When you agree with everything, it's simple devotion, not devotion. If you agree on everything, it is just submission, right? But if you disagree, and if you discuss each other's arguments, and if you make compromise, then you respect each other, because you can put together all the pros and cons and all the reasoning. And you are putting that reasoning because you value another person, and you put your time because you're an active listener. See, all that makes relationship last, according to the guests that were at my speaking club. Well, respect is also about understanding and willingness to understand different cultures, accept a different culture when your partner is coming from a different culture. So ability to accept that different culture into your life, or at least not to argue with it, not to criticize it, but respecting it. And respect is also thinking about your relationship as we are, not as I am, only me, because we agreed that it is extremely narcissistic and egoistic, and respect is more about altruistic feelings and desire to connect to another person on a way deeper level. And codependency was viewed as a big part of respect. And codependency is what our parents and great grandparents had. Being codependent wasn't viewed as a bad thing. Being codependent was viewed as actually a great component of loving each other, because we can't be truly self-sufficient in this world. We need to codepend, and we need to give each other some, credibility for being more handy in some aspects of life, and relying on that person that he can do this better, or for example she can cook that better, or he can do home assignments with kids better. And that is also respect, because you acknowledge that another person is better than you in some things that you're also good at. Because nowadays modern couples are educated, accomplished, are advanced in many aspects of life. But if they agree to depend on each other and give power to each other, then it makes their relationship better and makes it work. Well, I can talk endlessly about respect and about things that people shared, but it cannot replace my speaking club. I can only encourage you to join our next club that is going to be about a very interesting subject, also related to relationship. I'm not going to open the subject yet, but you can see it in the announcements for my new videos. And when you join, that the people shared with me that when you join the speaking club, you talk about things you don't even think of in Ukrainian, because you don't ask yourself every day what is respect, right? Just as an example. But you don't pay attention to certain things, but when you join the speaking club and you share the thoughts with other people, you come to think about relationships and making relationships better. And that is just one of the comments that I heard from my guests. And if you want to change your life for better, you are not only dating, but you're also growing yourself. You grow your inner self, and you improve your understanding of love, relationships, and respect and deep feelings. And then it makes a difference in your life. It was Natalie Koval. I'm happy to support every man and woman in their pursuit for happiness and family relationships. So at least you can join my speaking club or nearest speaking clubs and talk about this. See people who are thinking the same, and it will make you stronger. So definitely, let's join and talk, and see you later.